Hello everyone and welcome back to Madden 2001. We are back in the Bengals franchise yet again. We are in Candlestick Park, whatever they call it in this game. It's Candlestick Park now and forever, okay? Well, it's actually nothing now because I think it's gone. I think they destroyed it. But we are here in San Francisco in the Bay Area taking on those 49ers because we are in a pretty tight crunch towards the home stretch of our season. A brutal road stint has not gone the best way for us. I mean, it's going okay. I mean, we beat the Chargers, then we lost to the Jags, and we just lost to the Titans, actually. So we really need to pick up a big win here in San Francisco. We're getting right into the action. Normally we start off in the little hub world, but now we're starting off right into the action because this is the kind of action that you're going to see here, okay? The 49ers have a quarterback who's not a rookie. I'm guessing they drafted him probably the year prior, or maybe a year other, or a year before, but Rodney Carter is their starter now, in case you have no idea who that is. You shouldn't, because he's a rando, I guess. He might be a real person that, just in the game and they're just rocking with him. I don't know, but I'm going to assume he's a rookie that they must have drafted. But he dials up an absolute moonshot of a ball to his receiver, and he is gone off to the races. Beats out our safety because he's got no shot, no speed. But that is all that happens in the first quarter, is a massive 80-yard reception for the 49ers offense. So now we need some offense of our own, and we get some from Sharper, who shakes off the first man and then gets brought down by the second. But we are now inside 49er territory, so we are moving the football slowly but surely after an uneventful first quarter from your Bengal offense. And that's a reoccurring theme we've seen really just dynasty-wide, not even just season-wide, just dynasty-wide. So in the second quarter, now just under 4 minutes, Go Smith going with a fake handoff and steps up in the pocket and uncorks one to Sharper yet again. Kind of weird that we've been getting a lot of production from Sharper. We haven't really seen much from Chris Waller or even really Corey Dillon in the last week or so. So and there's Sharper again, making another reception, shaking off more tackles and getting the first down, turning a play that maybe would have been good for 0 or a yard, gets a first down out of it. So going to keep giving him opportunities if that's what he's going to do with them. So on first and goal, we're going to hand it to Corey Dillon. Hurdles over a defender and then gets brought down by the second defender. And he can't quite get into the end zone. So we're going to have to reshuffle the deck here in second and goal. Give it to Joel Makovic, who's shaking men off. And he dives forward into the end zone. Says, no, I'm going to finish this one off. I got kept out of the end zone all last week. And I'm going to finish the job this time. So he does just that. And might as well do your little touchdown dance, sir. So first and 10 for the Niners. We are way back, so you know something big's going to happen, and something big does happen as Rodney Carter finds another open receiver, and he hauls that one inside the 40-yard line. So the Niners have big plays, man. We're not a huge big play machine on defense, man. We're pretty good at avoiding those, but for some reason the Niners just have the receiving core and the arm at quarterback to make us look like absolute fools. So it's another first down for the Niners. And just another uncorked ball, man. He's just, bam. Look at that. Speed, the strength, just everything. And that's a big dude, man. We got a lot of small guys in our secondary. That tight end is just shaking everybody off. I don't think that's fair. So first and 10 coming out of the 2-minute warning for the Niners. They are just about at the red zone here, or in the red zone. And that was a pretty awkward and disgusting throw. I don't know who that was. It might have been Garner. I thought it was a running back, perhaps, who had to come back and get it, but I'm not too sure. So the Niners are going to run the hurry up here. They're not going to waste any time, even though they have plenty of it to use. And Carter finds a receiver who has to kind of come back for it. Dude, the Niners have massive receivers, man. I can't tell who's the tight end and who's the wide receiver because all these guys are freaking massive. They're humongous people. But on 3rd and 2, we have an opportunity to stop the Niners as Carter drops back, and he flips this one out to the end zone and finds an open man, and he hauls that one in. Rondé Barber looks a little bit lost out there in the end zone, and he can't blanket that receiver. That one at least looks like a wide receiver this time. Like, number 14 at least looks like a wide receiver. Okay, the other guys did not. They look like linebackers who just happened to line up at the receiver position, but Williams is the receiver who will come down with it, and so the Niners are going to add more points on to this one, but we have a chance to add some points of our own, some more points of our own, as it is now 3rd and 4 with a minute left to go, and we ended off the Corey Dillon, who's got some speed in the secondary, and he can't quite get away from the defenders, but he gets a first down and plenty more, so gives this drive a whole new batch of lives. We're going to try and manage some time here with some timeouts, and we flip this one out to Chris Waller. Back pressure off the edge on like receiving. He gets hit on the contact there. and he can't quite haul that one in as he drops the ball. So, 2nd and 10 now. Smith dropping back. Pressure off the edge, but he does get rid of it. And this time he finds Sharper, the tight end, again across the middle, and he hauls this one in. So, for some reason, man, Sharper just seems to be that guy in these last couple of weeks. If that's going to lead to wins, then I'm okay with it. But last week it did not lead to a win. So, we need something to pick up here. As it's 1st and goal now, we're going to try and run the hurry up. Might maybe see a spike, but no, Keely Smith will line it up in shotgun. And he's going to try and dink this one in here from about the 15-yard line, and he takes his precious time and uncorks one to the side of the end zone to Beasley, and Beasley does haul it in, but he is well out of bounds, so that one's not going to be good. So 29 seconds left to go. 2nd and goal. Keely Smith again in shotgun formation, stands firm in the pocket. Pressure is on, uncorks it to the other side of the end zone, and this time Beasley can come down with it. So two opportunities to Beasley, and he eventually gets one. So not a receiver who typically gets into the end zone often, but we are happy to see at least, one of those touchdowns. I think he's probably had a few this year, and we get to see one. So we do manage to tie the ball game at the end of the first half, 14 apiece. So you see the Niners are 7-5, so they're also playing most likely for some playoff implications themselves. They got to win most of their games probably just to give themselves a real shot. And Corey Dillon breaking off into the secondary again with some speed, but he gets caught up by the shoelaces and can't quite get into the end zone, and he's averaging 9.2 yards a carry, man. I don't think we've seen that kind of production from Corey Dillon in a long time. So great to see that happen. And on 1st and goal, we're going to go with the handoff to Makovica, who gets close to the end zone, can't quite get inside the end zone. It'd be crazy if Corey Dillon, having the day he has, doesn't at least get into the end zone once. But on 3rd and goal, the Niners are looking to stop us from getting into the end zone. We're going to go with Corey Dillon on the handoff, and he has plenty of space to get into the red end zone grass, and that's going to be another Bengal touchdown, the first for Corey Dillon today. And I think it might be his first, or maybe he scored last week. I can't even remember if he scored last week. We only scored once, so I don't think it was him. But either way, we now take a lead over the Niners heading into the 4th and final frame of this game. But the Niners are driving the ball. They do have a pretty solid offense. I like what I've seen from them in this game here. I'm glad we don't have to play them all the time, because things might be dangerous against that man right there. And Rodney Carter gets rid of this one to Williams again, but Anderson made a little bit too much contact with Carter on the release of the ball, so that's going to be a roughing the passer penalty. So it's rare to see those. Last week we had a defensive pass interference, which is rare. We don't typically see those, and now we have a roughing the passer penalty. So that's going to give the Niners some prime field position here, but we have them caught on a 3rd down, and Carter cannot connect with Stokes on 3rd down to get the 1st down. So on 4th and 4, the Niners are going to keep the offense on the field, since they're essentially staring the end of this game in the face if they can't pick up the 1st down. There's still plenty of time left in the ball game, but I guess the Niners are feeling pretty aggressive, and it does not work out as that ball gets busted out from Stokes' hands after he was all over it. It seemed like he definitely had it, but so now we're going to try and run some clock out. We're going to hand it to Joel Makovica, and look at this man, bro. He's having a great game himself. Both of our backs are having amazing games. Only 26 yards, but they have come in very clutch moments here as he has the touchdown and a potential game-sealing 1st down if we can move the ball about another 3 yards or so. So on 3rd down, we're going to hand it to Corey Dillon. He's got plenty that he needs for the 1st down. He has not just the 3 yards, but he's got about 10 more, and that brings him to 116 yards on the day. Amazing day for Corey Dillon. And the Niners do not get the ball back, and they do not add any more points. So 21-14 is your final score, and we move to 6-7 on the year and drop the Niners to 7-6 on the year. We're going to look down at the stats here. I accidentally hit X when I recorded that Titans game, forever ago. I forgot to look at the stats before I went back to the hub. So we didn't get any stats on that last game, but we do get stats in this game. So sorry for forgetting that, but here we are. Keely Smith has himself a fairly decent game, not a ton of yards, but his completion percentage is pretty great. Corey Dillon, though, is the class of the game, 122 yards. Sharper, of course, is leading our receiving core here, but Peter Warrick, Chris Waller, absolutely not getting involved hardly at all. It's kind of rough to see here, but that it kind of seems to be the nature of the things here. Not getting a lot of production from our 2 top receivers, but still finding a way to get some points and be productive. So moving ahead now to the final act, the final portion of our season here, we do pick up a win against the Titans that is simmed our first home game in a few weeks, and that brings us to 7-7 on the season. So we have 2 games left on the year against the Ravens and the Falcons. Looks like a lot of our division opponents are about at 7-7 too, so I need everyone back for these last 2 games, man, so we can try to get in the playoffs.